Okay, let's do some more of the MSQ here. Waklama is eager to head to Everkeep. Right, Caclea is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Ah, there you are. If Queen Sphene has registered you as guest, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zorojal minions to deal with. Nothing for it but to see if Sphene has betrayed us, eh? Thank you for your diligent services, friends. My companions and I would like to pass if you'd be so kind. Outrunner guide unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 coming civilians identified. Verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome, guests of Queen Sphene. What a relief. There you have it. It seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
One can only hope. It is a really neat looking place.
Spectacular, isn't it?
It really is. It really, really is.
smaller districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrode, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed of the life back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations.
Well,
And
yes and
you
no.
want to know more about Sphene and Zoologists Dominion, do you not?
I mean, had me at my Explorer. Sounds about right.
I had a feeling you'd be keen.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the Sentry scrutiny. Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later. I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand? Just know that I'm safe.
I'm thinking that is your body.
But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Eleanor Spear, why didn't you mention this sooner?
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Tower's inside a tower, I see it, but I still can't believe it. And for now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. Place is huge. Crossroads already. This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I made up my mind. Let's head to that building there.
Ah! There you are! Lamati!
Sphene!
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one. I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zoralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zoralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zoralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulichola. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please. So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around?
That's what the request was.
Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
Sphene stands ready to take you on a tour of Solution 9. Let's begin, shall we? I must say I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing, I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near ley nodes, what you call aetherytes. Remember this and you won't lose your way. Now then, seeing as it's right here, I will show you the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological inconveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you've observed. This arcade makes it impossible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. Do you see the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. That will spare us some walking. Are they also made from that strange metal? What's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by Electrope. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, Electrope can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. So doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. A conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and it is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if you convert to ice instead? You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it is possible to alter one's appearance. It's almost scary what you can do with Electrope. Such a wondrous material existed in our world, I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. This shop over here, what does it sell? Oh yes, let's go and take a look. Dare say you will find it interesting. Okay. This shop sells food. Those are items on the counter. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. Thought you might be surprised. Countrymen were two in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I will purchase it. Oh, friends, how lucky you are for Her Majesty to treat you. The 5 items on display are our most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. What's this? Sure, it's cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing, but they produce in the outskirts, but slightly more affordable. This particular product is known as Gold Label. It's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. No, that does not sound delicious. Oh yes, the salad paste. This is designed for those who are concerned about their figure. With its blend of 9 varieties of vegetables, it will help your effort to slim down. Fashion models swear by it, and youths can't get enough of the stuff either. Nope. Keen on the perfect meal bar, are you? It's all the nutrients your body needs packed into a single foodstuff. The flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. Ah, the Revivifying Tonic. I take it you're thirsty? The flavor is a sublime blend of sweet and salty, and it stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to the special container. The synthetic fruit pellets, they're our best approximation of the taste and texture of grape. I've never tried the real fruit, so I can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. Yeah, we'll go with that. Well, they're all very tempting. I'm going to have the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. That's being Her Majesty's treat. It's bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling your selections here and now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers, and I'd love to see your reactions. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture. Let's dig in. Amazing. I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavors like roe neck, and the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Don't mind them, they're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? Ha ha ha, it's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back, though. It was chaotic when the people of Tuliolo first arrived. We endeavored to learn about one another and embrace our differences. Alright, what about you, Sveen? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now. Thank you. Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food? Is that such a difficult question? I'm sorry, it's just when I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you didn't need to laugh about it. So we're here at the miscellany person. Don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well, next I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part so I can tend to personal matters. It's visitation to be precise, and I believe it'll be educational for you as well. Do two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful, let me know when you have seen enough here and we'll make our way. Ready? Let's head to the residential sector. It lies to the southwest. As we walk, I'd be glad to tell you about any piece of material that we come upon. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks and enjoy while you relax. I see in Tuliolo there's a similar establishment called Xabalia of Tai. That's a seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, our races are named for stones. There's the Hyun, who resemble some Tanawada, the tall and graceful Eldite, and the diminutive and ineffable Malala. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. Oh, that's nice. Serve tacos here would be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Turali dish and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Oh, yes, definitely. We'll make it happen once we restored peace to Tuliolo, right? Let's continue on. And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment is in the building on the left here at Residential Radius 9-14. Residential Radius? That's right. Come, the door opens automatically. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. I see, and what does that machine there do? Ah, the concierge, they look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. Is that so? I have no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Hey, Speen, can anyone live in this place? Naturally, in fact, many of our countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation, or regulatory usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those whom you met who work in the outskirts. I've taken care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. This is the place. A mother and son live here. Wasn't imagining the apartment would be so big. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today, is that alright? Of course, friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please, make yourselves at home. How has Milo's been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. How have you missed me? My son was born with Levin's sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Sphene visits often, does she? She does. Milo simply adores her. He sometimes even manages to smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There's nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though, the excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isidora, but I must be going. I promise to make it a proper visit next time with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Thank you, Queen Sphene. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy for your mother, and for me. Thanks for accompanying me on the visit. The illness is part of life in Alexandria, and I thought that you should know about it. Find a cure one day, mark my words. I'll make it so unfortunate children like Milo smile again. Having recomposed herself, Sphene is ready to continue the tour. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to. Please do not worry. Next I'll show you each one of the district's most vital facilities. A place called Resolution. To reach it, you will need to go by way of Ley Node 9, where the Aetheryte is situated. This place is absolutely massive. The conveyor ahead will transfer you to the government sector, where Resolution is located. The markings on the conveyor indicates the direction, and there is a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely, there's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on. Well, I mean, with your motion sickness, I would be worried too. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens. such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed then.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians, and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: Electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed Electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking Electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic, until Electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war, known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor Lindblum committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel specter of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man.
But he's
Hear
not.
me.
I don't think he's
Though
entirely
I
wrong.
cannot grant you a soul. I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, Even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy, out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right. I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd
would
be able
lead
to
to
make all
a-
the decisions, right? Then we could work
As there'd
together
be
to
fewer
fix
souls
things,
in
restore
the
your realm
life
to where it
stream.
belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much. It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
She wants the invasion. They need the souls. What's Sphinx wanting to tell us, I wonder? Well, it can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now and should probably go to Caclia's meeting point. That'll be back the way we came, I think. Sphinx genuinely cares for her people. I can respect her for that. Thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. I think the district to her satisfaction, Wiklama is ready to head to the meeting point. So we're supposed to go to a place called Trueview in the eastern sector. This conveyor ought to take us there. No, once you get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on. This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others, though. Well, rather than sitting away, we might as well explore a bit more. Hey, look over there. A Mumuja child? What are they doing here? The blue skulls of Boonwall with the features of Hobigo. This can't be a coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. So this is Trueview. Not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. That building just about the only one that isn't lit up. Not even for business at the moment, I guess. Ah! I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when you approach, only to suddenly reappear. Could they really want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? So it is. Alright, then lead the way. Is this where you wanted to bring us? What is this place? If you're meant to relax here, it isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? So you're still not inclined to talk? He'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After fashion, but never mind about that. How about something to wet your whistle? Draw as they are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. I'll prepare one without liquor for the boy, too. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named, Caclea. We ran into a child on the way, and he led us here. Oh, so you're with, Caclea. In that case, go and have a chat with Big Tassos there. He'll show you to a fun place. What about him? I don't think he's in the mood to talk, so you can tend the bar with me. This is taking a turn for the strange, but you don't think you were walking into a trap, do you? Damn if this doesn't have suspicious written all over it. What is this fun place meant to be? Is Cochlea there? Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. Come on, let's talk to this Tassos fellow. Tassos stands stoically before the door. The stairs are normally off limits, but Cochlea's told us about you. Just follow the corridor and head into the room at the end. Let's go. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised.
Wonderful! They're here!
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Just a few.
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electro. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight the good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's
Genau.
core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point. But they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know?
No!
Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Yep.
Do you know aught of them?
founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Oh, I've buggered it up again!
It's another Realms version of the
Pay him no mind. I
Relic
don't.
guy. We were just talking about that earlier in the stream.
Oi, you two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
Sorry you had to see me passion spilling over. It happens when you put your heart and soul into your craft, you know. And not to be weird or nothing, but I felt a sense of kinship when I saw you, as if we've met in another life. Anyway, as I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. I have slept for 2 nights now, not a single wink, and I'm ripe to collapse. Can't afford to, though. Got folks relying on me. See, but if I'm to keep at it, I need you to fetch me my favorite energy tonic. That voucher's good for 2 cans, one for yourself by way of welcome. Can't get this stuff at any old vending machine, though. You need to talk to a bloke named Philemon. You'll find him tending a bar on the main strip. Off you go now. Welcome, what are you having? Any chunks you can't get from vending machines? How dare you suggest that I sell such dangerous stuff? Away with you, and don't come back. Got a voucher? Slip it to me then, nice and subtle. Ah, so you're collecting for Genolt. Can for him and a can for you, eh? Here you go. Yours is formulated for beginners, gentler than the full strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of the authorities, but if the Verdina Consortium was made aware of my special selection, it'd be bad for business. The thing is, it's your first time. I want you to drink your tonic here just in case there's side effects. Huh, now that's how you do it. Your pulse ought to quicken soon, after which you'll start to see everything more clearly, and then finally you'll feel a roaring surge of energy. People say it's like growing a pair of rainbow wings. Well, yeah, I'm up and carked it, so hurry along and give Gandalf his tonic. Tends to leave it to the last moment, and I expect he's about to keel over. Rainbow Super Saiyan mode? I don't know. You heading to the back room? Yep. You got the tonics? Give it here, quick. That stuff ain't nothing like it to blow the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom. Working something feral on me, it does. Transforms me into a remorseless beast that won't stop till it's done what it was born to do. Inroad, sorry for sending you off on an errand like that. I just can't concentrate without me tonic, you know? Pile of work only ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. These weapons and tools ain't going to enhance themselves.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the Drift Downs a few years ago.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put two and two together. This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Guja. It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own. But just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days, and where should he turn up? But in the wilds near Everkeep.
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunder Yards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Gululja is Zorolja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
Who was that?
Oh dear. It's
That can't be
Gululja.
good.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
Oh, this is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamaji. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kapkiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
Okay. It is all what Klamal can do to not rush off after Gululja. Gululja is outside the tower. We need to find him as quickly as possible. Infi's used to getting around on his own. The wilds are still no place for a child. Great. While Crow and Rahal continue reviewing the data, the three of us should devote ourselves to the search. Alright, let's head to the base of the tower and take it from there. This would be the fast way of getting there, I think. Well, here we are outside, but where did we even begin? Now someone's caught sight of Gululja. Let's make inquiries nearby. Good idea. Could you handle the outskirts, Alisei? In the meantime, Kieran and I will head beyond the big wall. You spotted those people too, yes? Perhaps they've seen something. Come on. Looks like some sort of salvage yard. Well, let's ask after Galul Jaa. Galul Jaa isn't here. You know the boy? Have you seen him? Oh, forgive me, I didn't know you were... No offense taken, my name is Tapu. My eyes may be useless, but my ears are sharper for it. I can recognize people by their footfalls, including Galul Jaa. So he didn't come this way. Where on the road could he be? I do not know your voices. Who are you to Galul Jaa, and why do you search for him? I am family, though we're not related by blood. His father is my brother. I've only just met Galul Jaa, and we haven't had the chance to talk properly. But I'm about to do something that will make him hate me, and I wanted the chance to explain. His father is your brother? Then that means you're... Yes, I'm Wuk Lama, vow of resolve for Tulialu. I've journeyed here to bring my brother Zoraal Ja to account for murdering our people and our father. When all is said and done, Galul Jaa may want nothing to do with me. Nonetheless, I will always consider him family. I'll always be there for him, and I want him to know that. It tears you apart to do what you must. The quiver in your voice tells the tale. Galul Jaa was headed south. There he has a place that is as close to a home as he knows. Find and bear your heart to him. Should he in turn bear his heart to you, accept and respect his wishes. As Queen Sphene respected ours when she granted us a place in her realm. I will, don't worry. But what do you mean when you say Sphene respected your wishes? Out of concern for our well-being, Her Majesty had urged us to reside inside Everkeep. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept her decision, she granted us the necessary supplies to make our home here. And since then, she has paid us regular visits to see how we fare. Huh, that sounds like Sphene, alright. Well, thanks for telling me about Galul Jaa. I'll find him and then we'll have a good talk. We continue south, it seems. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we make our way. It's a town. And half of it is submerged. The architecture looks nothing like what we've seen so far. It's more Sharlayan. Oh, there he is, among the ruins. I only caught a glimpse, but there's no mistaking that tiny silhouette. Let's hurry after him. It'd be a disaster if a building collapsed while he's inside. Okay, that's actually where we are going to stop for tonight. We will be back tomorrow with more of something. Till then, though, have a wonderful rest of your night.